Good morning, everybody. Give people time to start showing up. I'm expecting if you pop on here, and some of you I won't be able to see your names as you show up, but if you have any special requests, you can type those in. Like once I've moved this far away, I can no longer read the screen. So, good morning, Belinda. Good morning, Heather. Again, if you have any requests, just type those in. Otherwise, we'll just do the whole, hit as many of the body parts as we can. Hi, Renee. So today I'm going to start our reading. I'm going to read from Rolf's book, his first book, Meditations from the Mat. I was like preparing my readings this morning, and I'm just blown away at how they're just here. It's like, it blows my mind, always. Hey, AG. Good morning, LaToya. I try to move my cameras in a similar spot, so it seems like I'm, but it's still hard to look at both. All right, well, it's 9:30, so we'll get started. I'm sure I'm expecting some other people to pop in, and just roll right in when you get here. So I'm going to start with Rolf's book, and I'll end with Pima's book, Comfortable with Uncertainty. Good morning, Dale.
Hello.
And I think I can already get rid of one layer. All right, so let's go ahead and find our comfortable seats. Sit up nice and tall. Lift your shoulders up and let them roll back and down. Hands on your knees, elbows soft under your shoulders. Eyes are closed or gazing down. Now let's all just take a big inhale together. Hold the breath inside. Open your mouth and let it go. This is probably a good practice we can do every day, just to let go as we start to feel things building up. Just take an inhale, let it go. And then just stay connecting to your breath, working towards your equal inhalation, exhalation. In and out through the nose. The mind wanders, focus back on your breath. And from day 19, says, well, darkness has a hunger that's insatiable, and lightness has a call that's hard to hear. Lightness has a call that's hard to hear, but each time we choose to hear it, the call becomes more clear. We spend our days badgered by voices that tell us to judge, fear, harm, but we are not obligated to listen to those voices or even take responsibility for them. They may be where we come from, but they are not where we are going. There is another voice, a voice that shines. Ahimsa is the practice of listening to the voice of lightness, cultivating that voice, trusting that voice, and acting upon that voice. And just gather your hands together in front of your heart and bow in. If you have an intention you'd like to set, allow that intention to become your breath. And then interlace your fingers and stretch them forward. Round your back and tuck your chin. And then reach your arms up high, relax your shoulders down. And find some space in between your ribs, just along the side body. And then reach up through center, take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, stretch them down towards the floor, keeping your spine long. If you can lift the arms up without dropping the spine, lift them up. And then drop your arms down, but keep your fingers interlaced. Bend your elbows, slide both hands over to the left side of the waist, drop your ear to the same side. You can try changing the direction of the chin. And then go ahead, switch, and reach to the other side. And then drop it down, inhale, arms high. Exhale, take the right hand to the left knee, twist, look back over the left shoulder. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale, arms up, hands down, and make your way to hands and knees. So finding your tabletop position, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Cat-cow tilts when you're ready, the belly drops, you look up on an inhale. Maybe you hold here and see what feels tight. Wait for an exhale, arch your back high, push the floor away, hold here. And then just move with your breath, inhaling, sway back, and exhaling, cat. If you have other wiggles you like to add in, just feel free to add those. I like a barrel roll. And if you do it, you have to reverse it. You can move your wrists around. You can look back over your shoulders. Try changing the direction of the hands. And then when you're done, just press back into child's pose. Forehead towards the mat. Remember your intention. Let go of judgment. Be in your body. Let it be where it needs to be today. And shift forward, hands and knees. Knees under hips. And send that left leg straight back. Toes on the mat, press through the heel. Rock the weight back and forth. Wake up that calf muscle. If you've been doing a lot of walking, this is a good stretch. And then keep the weight forward, push the floor, engage the belly. And if it feels okay, lift that leg up. If the leg went up, circle the ankle. Reverse the circle. Press through the heel, stay there, or right arm forward, reach and pull, both directions. Keep breathing. So you can hang out here, or you can add a little squeeze on the exhale, elbow and knee together, inhale, stretch, exhale, squeeze, inhale, reach. Keep going, or not. 2 more. And then reach it out long. And let your hand touch down. Now let that lifted foot cross over the right. Look over the right shoulder towards your toes. Remember, you can deepen this stretch by walking your hands a little more to the right. If you don't need it, don't move them. And then go ahead, come back to center, swing your leg to the left side. Reach your left arm high, circle the wrist. Reverse it. Keep the arms straight up or start to let it go back. Open your chest, releasing your back, your shoulder. Those of you that like to take a bind with that arm, you can always turn that thumb down and reach for that bottom inner thigh. If you don't like it, don't add it. If your body doesn't like it, don't add it. And then bring your hand down. Bring your knee in. And send the right leg back. Toes on the mat. Find the stretch in the calf. And then add that little rock just to wake it up a little more. Just a gentle little sway. And then keep the weight forward. Push the floor. Engage. Feels okay. You're floating the leg. The leg went up. You're circling the ankle. Reverse. Press through the heel, stay there, or left arm forward, reach and pull, both directions. Keep breathing. Hang out here, or exhale, squeeze it in. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, reach. Using your breath. 2 more. Reach out long. And then put your hand down, let your foot cross over the left, look over the left shoulder towards your toes. Remember, you can walk those hands more to the left to get a bigger side stretch. If you move the hands, bring them back to the front, swing the leg to the right. Right arm high, circle the wrist. Reverse. Keep the arms straight up or start to let it go back. Open your chest. Maybe the thumb points down and reaches for the bottom inner thigh. And then bring your hand down, bring your knee in, and tuck your toes as you press your hips towards your heels. Breathe into your toes and your feet. And then when you're ready, you're welcome to stay at hands and knees or find your first downward facing dog. You're in down dog, pedal it out, walk it out, move it around. You can sway a little. And when you're done wiggling around, settle into your down dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then either drop to your knees or shift the plank. Hold your plank. Engage your belly. Push the floor away. Knees are up or down. We're all going to put our knees down. And we're going to stay right here. And we're going to take it back like we're going all the way to child's pose. We might or we might not. Might just stay hands and knees. And then inhale, shift forward like your knee plank. And exhale, shift back. So just warming up your shoulders a few more times on your own. So remember this, because you're going to either be able to stay here at the knees, or we'll do this from plank to down dog next round. The next time you come forward, stay forward and lower to your belly. Forehead or chin on the mat. On an inhale, roll up head, neck, and chest. Find cobra. So warming up the middle of the spine. You should be able to lift your hands because we're not pressing into the hands yet. And we're breathing. And then lower down. You can either push up to hands and knees or straight through plank to down dog. And then here we go. Either plank or hands and knees. Find where you want to be. So remember, you can be here or here. And so you're either doing the same thing we just did, or it's exhale, back to down dog. Inhale to plank. And just moving with your breath. So knees lowered or lifted, depending on where you want to be, what your body's feeling like today. And the next time we come forward, we're all going to hold. Knees can drop down again, or you can keep them lifted if that's still ready for it. Chaturanga, lower. And then inhale, you can do another cobra, or slide your hands back about an inch. You can extend the arms and push into upward facing dog. You might want to look back over the shoulders. Any movement here that feels good, just dangling forward or grabbing elbows. And then wherever you are, just let your arms dangle, bend your knees, squeeze your belly, stack your vertebrae. At the top, reach. And keep your arms up, relax your shoulders down. Get where you want your feet to be. If it's comfortable, toes can touch. We're gonna go for getting those arms warm. So if it feels okay, interlace all but your index fingers, drop your tailbone and lift your belly up. Shoulders stay down. And then just take that over to the left side. So it might be a teeny bit. Try not to twist, so you don't want to do this. You want to keep the shoulders stacked and push that right hip over because it feels good. Now squeeze to come up. Stretch again and then take it over to the right. And now squeeze to come up. Drop your tailbone, stretch it up again, and then maybe, only if it feels good, add a little back bend. Like you're gonna look up the wall, maybe up towards the ceiling. And then squeeze to come up straight. And now we're gonna bend our knees. See if you can keep the arms alongside the ears. Of course, you can always drop out when you need to. Maybe your thighs are working parallel to the floor. Maybe you're staying a little higher. Maybe your arms should be getting warm if they're still up. And then wait for an exhale, fold forward and breathe. Let go of too much heat out the mouth. Hands can stay reaching down or take them behind the back, interlace your fingers and just let them pull away. And then put your hands back down onto your sacrum, reach for your toes. On an inhale, push your shins away, find Ardha Uttanasana, long flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Stretch it out at the top. Keep dropping your tailbone, only if it feels good. You can add another little back bend. And then come up straight before your hands come down. Drop your arms, find your mountain at the top of your mat. So remember, mountain can be anywhere from toes touching to feet hips width apart, whatever feels good for your low back. Your belly always lifts up, your tailbone drops down, your shoulders are back and down. Take a moment, close your eyes, and feel stable in your feet. Maybe rock a little back and forth to find that balance. Samastiti, equal footing. Practice on our mat so we can live it in our lives. On an inhale, arms reach high. On an exhale, fold down towards your toes. On an inhale, push your shins away. On an exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms, left foot to the back of the mat. Drop that knee and sink into the left hip flexor. Shine your heart open. Adjust for what feels good for your body. Knee does not go past the ankle. Of course, there are some practices that do, but I usually don't. So you can hang out here and use blocks or come up to your knee if the floor is too far away. Some of you might go good to tuck your nose to your knee. And then we'll all look forward. On an exhale, hips back, toes lift. Hands walk with you if the hamstring is tight. Keep it forward and fold if you need a bigger stretch. And then shift the weight into the right foot, tuck your toes. You can go hands and knees or down dog. You can cat-cow or add a vinyasa. It's inhale plank, exhale lower, inhale back bend, exhale Adho Mukha. On an inhale, left leg high. Just keep the toes down for a moment and notice the difference in what closed hips feel like. So toes are down, the leg won't go as high. Now turning the toes to the side, the leg will go higher. That opens your hip. Only if it feels good, you bend the knee and open it more. And then wait for an exhale and step all the way to the top of the mat. Drop the back knee and sink into the right hip flexor. Shine your heart open. Adjust where your hands feel good. Maybe the nose tucks down. And then look forward, hips back, toes lift, Ardha Hanuman, half splits. And shift the weight forward. You're either going to go hands and knees or down dog. You're either going to cat-cow or add your flow. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. And then either from hands and knees or down dog, let the right leg lift. Toes down for a moment. Notice hips close. Now turn the toes to the side, hips open. Only if it feels good, bend the knee. And step that foot all the way up. Left hand flat on the mat or a block if you have one. You can lift the floor. Right hand on the thigh, turn and twist. Look over the right shoulder. Keep the right hand low or reach it up. Wait for your exhale, put the hand down. Take it back, hands and knees or down dog. Cat-cow or vinyasa. If you have a practice where you go straight into your flow, you're always welcome to do that. It's your body, it's your practice. And then either from hands and knees or down dog, let the left leg lift. Toes down. Turn the toes to the side, let it go higher. If it feels good, bend the knee. If you like to flip your dog, you just let that left foot touch down behind the right. Left arm comes forward, do the wild thing. And then bring your left hand down and step your left foot up. And we're coming up for balance. So you can either press off your thigh or hover your way and come up, high lunge. Some of you might bend your back knee for a stretch into that hip flexor again. Push your pelvis forward by dropping the tailbone and then transfer the stretch into that right hip. Wait for an exhale, hands down. Take it back, hands and knees or down dog. Cat-cow or add your flow. And then either from hands and knees or down dog, right leg up. Turn it to the side, maybe it goes higher. If it feels good, bend the knee. If it feels good, right foot touches down behind the left, the right arm goes forward, do the wild thing. And then bring that hand down and step that foot up. We're coming up for high lunge. So either push off the thigh or hover your way up, high lunge. You bend that back knee, push the pelvis forward. I just realized we forgot our other side twist. So we're going to get that next. So go ahead, put your hands down to the mat, step your left foot up, and your right foot back. Right hand flat on the mat or your block, left hand on the thigh, turn and twist, look over the left shoulder. Keep that left hand low or reach it up. And then wait for an exhale, put the hand down. You can either step up to ragdoll or go back to vinyasa. Nice. If you went to down dog, make your way back up to ragdoll. On an inhale, push your shins away. On an exhale, fold. On an inhale, come all the way up, stretch it out at the top, keep dropping your tailbone, only if it feels good out of the back. straight before your hands come down. Drop your arms, find your mountain. Let go of too much heat out the mouth. And then go ahead and line your ankles up so your ankles are directly under your hips. We'll do our Utkatasana series. We'll try all three. So stack the joints, arms up, bend the knees, sit your bottom back. So remember here, belly in, tailbone down, so your spine is straight, but it's gonna be on a diagonal, so shoulders are over wrists. Shoulders are over knees, rather. Those are not your wrists. And you can go as low as feels good for your knees. Keep pushing the weight back. Try not to get the knees out in front of the toes, but push them back so if you look down, you see your toes in front of your knees. Your quads are working. Now press into your feet to stand up. Just let your arms reach high. Just give them a little stretch. Hold here. And then bend your knees and come back into that position. So you're going to stay here. Some of you are going to lift your heels. Press to your toes, find a gazing spot out in front. They can go as high. So in this one, don't worry about looking down. Your knees will go more in front of your ankles if your heels are lifted. Nice. Now, if your heels are up, drop them down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, this time just fold forward. Touch your thighs, slide toward your toes. Let go of too much heat out the mouth. And then bend your knees and stack it up. Arms reach. You can always add that back bend if you like it. And then come up straight before your hands come down. Drop your arms. And you can go back to A or B, or we'll do C. So if you remember C, also known as awkward pose, your feet stay hip width apart, but your knees come together, your arms are up, and you lift your heels. Take a moment, find your balance, and then maybe sink low. If you're one of those people that can come all the way down comfortably and sit on your heels, then you need to come back up 2 inches and hold. Nice, looks good. Press into your feet to come up, drop your heels, drop your arms, touch your thighs, slide toward yours. So hang out here, or you can heel toe your feet apart, pinky toes near the edge. You can take a high squat. If you have knee issues, feels better on your hips and knees. Hips are staying high. If you're one of those people that like Malasana, drop it low. Elbows can work to the insides, thumbs can work to the sternum. These look great. Keep breathing. So stay here as long as you would like. Come out whenever you want. Those of you who are working on Crow Bakasana, go for it. When you're done, you can either hang out in Ragdoll, make your way through a Vinyasa. Eventually, we're all going to come back to the top of the mat. So work on your crow. Nice shoot back. Looks good. Beautiful. So if you ended up in down dog, make your way back up to the top of your mat. And then we'll all meet in Ragdoll Uttanasana. On an inhale, push your shins away. On an exhale, on an inhale, come all the way up. Stretch it out at the top. Keep dropping your tailbone. Only if it feels good out of the back bend. And then come up straight before your hands come down. And drop your arms. Find your mountain. Let go of too much heat out the mouth. And then from the top of your mat, step your right foot back and set up for warrior two. So it's heel to arch alignment, arms up, bend into your left knee, look over your left middle finger. So keep working so this knee does not go past the ankle. It tracks to the pinky toe, so your stretch is here on the inner thigh. Don't let the knee go past the ankle. That's an overextension on the knee. If you've been hanging out in warrior two for a long time, it might be time to start dropping that front thigh towards parallel. Keep breathing. Even here, the belly still scoops up. Now flip your left hand and stretch back and find a reverse triangle and just breathe up the left side body. And then wait for an exhale, go back to warrior two. All right, so inhale, stretch it back. Exhale, warrior two. So I'm gonna give you an option. You can stay right here doing this, or we're gonna take it all the way down, let that left arm reach and end up in bent knee triangle. And now you're gonna squeeze your belly, you're gonna come up, and you're gonna stretch it back again. And we'll just do that 2 more times. So you're either just going right into warrior two, or you're dropping low. Fingers might hover, they might touch, come up and stretch it back. And then last time, either stop at warrior two or hang out in bent knee triangle. Breathe. Beautiful. Now squeeze, come up, stretch it back. And then just drop your arm. And we'll just switch sides. So go ahead and turn that left foot in, turn your right foot to the other side, arms out, bend into the right knee, make your adjustments. If it's easier to move around on your mat, make it easy for yourself with your camera. Go ahead and track the knee open, breathe into that right inner thigh. And remember, we're letting that thigh get warm before we move. And breathe. If you've been hanging out, taking it easy in your warrior two, it might be time to start dropping that thigh. Now flip the hands, stretch back, hold reverse triangle first. Feel that stretch up the right side because it feels good. And then exhale back to warrior two. And then it's inhale, stretch back, reverse triangle. Exhale, warrior two. So remember, we're gonna do one more like this, and you can just keep it here. You don't have to do that side angle option or bent knee triangle option, but if it feels good, next time out of warrior two, drop the right hand down. Now squeeze your belly, come all the way up, and stretch it back. And then you bend your knee, either stop at warrior two or drop that right hand low. And then squeeze to come up and stretch it back. Last time, either stop at warrior two or hang out. We're gonna hold for a few. Now squeeze to come all the way up, stretch back. And then drop your right arm, turn your right toes in, fold forward, touch the floor. So options here, hang out in Posita A, wrists under elbows eventually, maybe hands back. If you have a variation you like, go for it. If you like to invert here, go for it. Keep breathing. So if your head easily touches the floor, remember you're going to start walking your feet closer to keep the spine longer. And then go ahead and extend, push the floor away. Now just turn your right toes out towards the right corner of your mat, and then walk your hands over to that side. So if you have knee issues, your hips are going to stay above your knees, or maybe you just have a really tight hip, and that feels better. Some of you are going to be able to sink into a squat on that right side. Your left toes can pop up. There are variations here. You can work on stretching your arms out, working your head down. There's a bind here. Honor your body is always most important. And then go ahead, walk it up and over to the other side. Keep it high or drop it low. And breathe. Let's breathe. And then go ahead, walk it back to center. Let's all walk our hands way out in front so you end up in a wide leg down dog. Straight line from the wrist to the hips, not a lot of weight in the hands. And then go ahead and walk your hands in, push the floor away. Move the right hand under the face, reach the left arm high, twist it open. You can always take that bind here with the upper arm, flip the palm, thumb down, and reach for the bottom inner thigh. And then switch. Add the bind or not. And then go ahead and bring the hand down. Now, whichever toe makes more sense for you to turn to the front of your mat, turn it around there. And you can either step up to ragdoll or back to down dog. If you went to down dog, add your flow or not. Looks good. Keep breathing. Nice. If you ended up in down dog, walk your way up to ragdoll. Inhale, find Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Stretch it out at the top. Keep dropping your tailbone only if it feels good. Add a little back bend. Come up straight before your hands come down. And drop your arms. And go ahead, step your right foot back. And we're setting up for pyramid. So heel to heel alignment, feet can be wider apart if balance is an issue. Pull back on the left hip, forward on the right. Hands can be on your thigh or behind your back. So we're going into pyramid or Parbhutanasana. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. So if you get here, hands are behind the back and you don't like it, just reach down. Keep breathing. Now, if your hands are behind your back, you can keep them there, squeeze your belly and come up. If they're down on the floor, push your shin away first, squeeze your belly, hands to the waist, press into your feet to stand. Arms high, right arm forward, left arm back, scissor your inner thighs, press into both feet. If you're stable, look left. Arms up, hands down, step up with the right foot. Shake it out and step back with the left. Same pose, other side. So go ahead, find your hips where you need them. Hands where you want them. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold forward. Keep breathing. Lifting the right hip, dropping the left. Leveling out your sacrum. So again, if your hands are behind your back, you can keep them there, squeeze the belly, press into your feet to stand. Otherwise, walk them up to the waist first, come up. We'll all stretch them out, let them go up. And then left arm forward, right arm back, scissor your inner thighs, press into both feet. If you're stable, look right. Arms up, hands down, and step to the top, shake it out. And find your mountain, top of your mat. Take a moment, let go too much heat. Think about what you need. You can stay right here with your eyes closed. You can take a forward fold, hang out in your hamstrings, do another squat, take it back, have a vinyasa. We're all going to meet back up here in ragdoll when you're done. Beautiful. Nice. If you went to down dog, make your way back to ragdoll. If you're folded forward, find Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, soften. Inhale, come all the way up. Stretch it up at the top. Keep dropping your tailbone only if it feels good. Add a little back bend. And come up straight before your hands come down. Drop your arms and find your mountain. All right, so we've been working tree and we've been working warrior three, so we're just gonna link them together today. So start with your left foot, spread your toes wide, make a kickstand with your right knee. Belly up, tailbone down. Remember, this is tree. You can bring it higher, you can help it up. If you have a half lotus, go for it. If you go to the inner thigh, push the thigh to the foot, arms can stay in, they can go out for balance, up for challenge. If you need help with balance, find a spot to stare at on the floor. If you need challenge your balance, start to look up the wall. But the chin doesn't lift, it's just the eyes. And if you're still here and you're like, oh, this is so easy, try closing your eyes. Nice, you guys are steady. Go ahead, hands to your heart. Take your hands to your waist. Now we're gonna bring this leg out in front like we've been doing. Get the ankle under the knee. And now just bring your hands back to your heart. Next time we'll skip that part. Now point your toe. And you're gonna fly that leg back. Your arms can go back or front, and you're gonna end up in warrior three. Remember, you got it, that's it. Reach through the head, reach through the arm. Keep dropping that right hip down. Keep breathing. Beautiful, we're gonna hover back to standing. Stop there. If you want that challenge, bring that right leg all the way to the front. Don't lean back. If you're gonna extend the leg, ooh, point the toe and drop it. Shake it out. Felt that. Go ahead, spread your right toes and open your left knee, find your tree. So belly up, find your pose. Whatever works on this side, it might be different than the other side. Try changing up your gaze. If you're feeling like you need a challenge here, there's always somewhere to go. Beautiful, you guys are nice and steady. Now hands to your heart. Let's keep them here this time and bring the left leg to the front. Now point your toe. We're gonna hover that leg back. It's gonna go straight back behind you. Arms can go back or forward into your expression of warrior three. Breathe, find the gazing spot. Yes, right hip is calling. Go ahead, pivot back to standing, stop there, or if you want that challenge, ankle all the way up. Don't lean back, you got it. If you can extend it, point it, and drop it down. Shake out the hips, shake out the legs. Find your mountain. Let go of too much heat out the mouth. And then inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Hang out here, put some space between your feet. Walk both hands over to the right side of your right foot. Let your left hand grab the calf or ankle, right arm high, and then put a bend in that left knee to stretch out that right hip that we just worked pretty good. So if you find that pretty easy, just try holding it longer on your own. Go ahead, switch it out. Right hand over, left arm up, bend the right knee, and then breathe into that left hip. It's a nice counter stretch to that working those balance poses. Go ahead, bring it down. Hang out in the center for a moment, let everything settle back down, and then come all the way up to standing. Arms reach at the top, stretch it long and tall, drop your tailbone only if it feels good, add your back bend. And then come up straight. Before your hands come down, and drop your arms. And then moving back into your left foot. Well, if knees are an issue, you can go back into another round of warrior three. Try to keep the spine long, or we're gonna do king dancer. Flip your right thumb back, kick up, catch the foot, and left arm forward. And then you pivot, just like warrior three. The more you push the foot away behind you, the more stable you become. Actively reach through your left arm. Keep breathing. Don't hurt your knee. So remember, you can be back here if it hurts the knee. Find your pose. Maybe a little lift just before you lower back down, and then just switch sides. Right arm up. If it feels okay, we're flipping that left thumb back, kicking it up, and then hinge forward. So if that's just too much stress on your shoulder, you can always grab your pinky toe side. Push and pull both directions. Breathe, beautiful. Maybe a little lift just before you pivot back to standing. Nice poses. Go ahead, shake it out. And find your mountain, top of the mat. Let go of too much heat out the mouth. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Think about what you need here. You can hang out. You can take another squat. You can have another shot at your Bakasana, your crow pose. When you're done, you can go to down dog or child's pose. You can add a flow if you want. So remember your crow is up here. Heather, how's your crow going? Go ahead, pivot forward, lift up, breathe. Work on straightening your arms. It gets really easy. That's hard. And then you take inhale, your back bend. Exhale, down dog. And then we'll all meet at hands and knees. And move through 2 cat-cow tilts. So inhale, look up. Exhale, arch high. One more time. Return to your flat back. And lower down to your elbows. So we'll set up for dolphin. If you have a headstand practice, you can go straight there. Interlace your fingers, tuck your toes, scoop your belly. Option 1, you stay here. Option 2, hips high. Option 3, you can just shift forward, hold a elbow plank. Or you can add that squeeze by inhale, taking those. Excellent, think back. Inhale, shift forward. So this is where your core is coming together. Remember, you're choosing the pose that works for you today and you're not creating pain. We're practicing Ahimsa. It's like our meeting. If you're shifting, next time stay back. Drop to your knees. And rest in child's pose. Relax your shoulders away from your ears by bending your elbows. Let go of too much heat out the mouth. Some of you might even feel good to take your hands back towards your feet. And then think about what you need. You're either going to stay in child's pose or press it to down dog. You're either going to hold or add your last vinyasa. You guys look strong. Nice. And then we'll all meet at hands and knees. And make your way onto your bottom. And swing your legs around to the front. All right. So we're going to start with a twist, and then we'll try Marichyasana today for those of you who've been working on that. So left leg out, right knee up and in. The foot stays on the inside of the knee, or you cross it over. Hug the knee with the left arm. Look back over the right shoulder. So Ardha Matsyendrasana. Some of you are staying here. Some of you are adding that bind against the elbow. And then we went over, I know some of you working side crow from here, or Kondinyasana. Wait for your exhale, unwind, go around to the other side. And then come back to center and reverse. So knee up, keep it on the inside or cross it over, hug the knee with the right, look to the left. You can add the elbow if that feels good. Doesn't, don't add it. Wait for an exhale, unwind, look all the way around to the other side. And then come back to center, take your left leg out again, bring your right leg up. So I'm going to show you what Marichi looks like. So this knee stays up, you want that about one hand print between the foot and the knee, and you're going to move your shoulder to the inside of that right knee. You're gonna take your right hand, you're gonna reach out as far as you can, like you're going past the foot. And you're gonna flip the thumb down so the palm faces out and the thumb is down, and you wrap it around. So that elbow has to inwardly rotate so the knuckles go towards the sacrum. And this might be your pose. Some of you are stopping here, some of you are gonna be able to take the left hand, reach around, grab fingers. Inhale, lengthen. Some of you might be able to fold down like your nose is going towards your knee. If it hurts the body, just hang out where you can and breathe into where you're feeling it. Don't take it past your edge. Beautiful. Looks good. Now go ahead, come up and just let your right knee fall open. Put your right hand on your knee so your belly button goes over the left thigh. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold over your leg. Janu Shirshasana. And breathe. So these closing poses bring us more inward after we've been out. Expressing. And then go ahead, lift your head, lift your toes, squeeze your belly, lock your thumbs, come up, and drop your arms. And then just switch legs. Right leg out, left leg up. Left shoulder works to the inside of the left knee. You reach forward, squeeze your belly in, then you flip that thumb down, and it wraps around. Inwardly rotate, knuckles go towards the back. Stay here. Some of you might be able to grab fingers or wrists. Some of you might be able to fold. Find your perfect pose for you today. Let go of judgment. Show you what it looks like from the front. I'll be on the back side, but on the wrong side. So if you went low, come up. Let your knee fall open. Put your left hand on your knee, belly button twist over the right. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, fold forward. So if you're one of those people that easily reaches the foot, you can always take your right hand beyond and then you grab the wrist with the other hand. And then look at your toes, squeeze your belly, lock your thumbs, reach out, and drop your hands. Go ahead and take both legs out in front, hands alongside the hips, flex the feet, drop the chin, find Dandasana. And you can stay right here, or inhale, arms high. Exhale, fold forward. And then look at your toes, squeeze your belly, lock your thumbs, come up, drop your arms, bend your knees. Pick up your bottom, walk it towards your heels, and come onto your back. So I'll give you an option here. You can do 2 back bends, which is what I will continue to do. If you have a shoulder stand practice or another inversion practice you want to go for it. Otherwise, we'll set up for bridge or bridge and wheel. So 2 bridges or a bridge and a wheel. All right. So palms down, gazes up. On an inhale, press into your hands and feet, tilt your pelvis, lift up 1 vertebra at a time. Some of you are going to be able to interlace your fingers, walk your shoulders closer together, keep working the sternum towards the chin, keep looking up, keep breathing. And then if you're with bridge, go ahead and lower down on an exhale. Windshield wipe your legs. And rest, knees or feet together. So if you're working on your own with another inversion, stay where you are. Work through your sequence, maybe you have a counter pose. If you're staying with me, you're either going to do a second bridge or a wheel if that's in your practice. So it's fingers under the shoulders, elbows up. Inhale, roll up your hips. You either do the same thing you did before, or you press up and try to extend your arms. You're not hanging out on your head for a long time. You're trying go up. Some you're gonna be able to walk it closer. I don't know if you're there, Hannah, but you got your sequence, go for it. So shoulder stand people, if you usually practice fish after shoulder stand, give yourself time for that. And then in bridge or wheel, if you're still up, lower down. And honey bed. We'll all rock it out. Release your back. Finishing any counter poses that are in your practice. And then keep your right leg in and extend your left leg down to the floor. Straight leg, arms in a T, knee to the left, gaze to the right, final twist. Try to keep that right shoulder down. If you have a twist that gives you a better release, you're always welcome to do that. So add what works for your body. And then come up to center, hug it in and rock it out. And then we're keeping the left leg in, putting the right leg down, or do your other twist, whatever you did. Take it across the body and look to the left. Keep that left shoulder down. And then come back to center, hug it in and rock it out. Stay here or bottoms of the feet together, knees press away. Stay there or both feet high, happy baby, any movement that feels good. If your feet are up, bring them in. If your knees are wide, pull them together. If it feels okay, hug yourself up into a tight little ball. Take a big inhale. And then exhale, stretch it out. And relax. Make any additional movements you need to be completely relaxed. Palms up, tuck your shoulders behind your heart. Eyes are closed if that's comfortable. And just forget about the breath. Let the breath return to normal. Just imagine a beautiful golden light enters the body through the crown of the head. As the light pours through your body, it brings warmth and relaxation to the scalp, the forehead, the eyes, nose, and mouth. Make sure you're not clenching your jaw. The neck and shoulders, the arms, hands, and fingers are relaxed. All throughout your torso, down through your thighs, your knees, your calves and shins, the ankles, the feet, and out the toes. The body is completely relaxed. This state of peace is your true nature. Take a few moments just to be. closing with Pima's Comfortable with Uncertainty, day 25. Of the two witnesses, hold the principal one. The main thing about bodhicitta, which is the work of the noble heart, the bodhicitta training, and about all practice, is that you're the only one who knows what is opening and what is closing down. You're the only one who knows. One kind of witness is everybody else giving you his or her feedback or opinion. This is worth listening to. There's some truth in what others say. The principal witness, however, is you. You're the only one who knows when you're opening and when you're closing. You're the only one who knows when you're using things to protect yourself and to keep your ego together, and when you're opening and letting things fall apart, letting the world come as it is, working with it rather than struggling against it. You're the only one who knows. Another slogan says, don't make gods into demons. What it means is you can take something good, mind training practice, for example, and turn it into a demon. You can use anything to close your windows and doors. You can use practice to bolster your sense of confidence, bolster your sense of being in the right place at the right time, or having chosen the right religion and feeling. I'm on the side of good and all that is right with the world. That doesn't help much. Using any practice to feel stronger, better, you're eventually come to feel like you're in a battle with reality, and reality is always winning, but you're the only one who knows. And again, that's day 25. When I was preparing readings, I just can't believe how these things come as they do. But I guess that's the way it's supposed to be. So focus your breath again. Let it get deep. Let it fill your body. Start to bring movement into your body until you're ready for a stretch. And hug your knees in. And gently roll to your favorite side, whatever works for your body today. Take a few breaths there. And when you're ready, in your own way, carefully make your way up to your comfortable seat. And we'll close our practice. Find your tall spine and find your breath. Remember, your peace is always within. And share your light. The world needs it. Hands to the heart. Bow in. Give gratitude. And to have a beautiful, joy-filled week. Namaste. Thank you all for sharing your practice, your presence. Thank you for being here. I'll see you Monday at 5:30. And let me know if I can help with anything. All right. See you guys.